Hello everyone, in this video, I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. Israel is against Turkey because it doesn't want Turkish forces to enter Gaza, since Turks speak openly. Turkey's president, Tayyip Erdogan, along with the Turkish media and people of all classes in Turkey, speak very openly about the oppression and brutality being committed against Palestinians. A report from the Turkish media outlet TRT has revealed that in the past 2 years, more than 20,000 children have been martyred in Gaza as a result of Israeli attacks. Thousands more have been injured and many have been left permanently disabled. The invisible effects of this horrific massacre will last for generations. The children who survived will live their entire lives with these wounds, fear, and trauma. A similar report appeared in the Washington Post, a well-known American newspaper recognized worldwide. The report, based on a confidential document from a United States State Department watchdog, reveals that the Israeli army has committed hundreds of serious human rights violations in Gaza. There are so many cases that it could take years just to review them, let alone deliver justice. This is a secret report from the United States State Department's watchdog. It's not something I've made up, nor is it a report fabricated by any Muslim country. This is a report coming from America itself, and it clearly says that Israel has caused immense destruction and committed countless grave human rights violations in Gaza. Reviewing these violations alone could take years. Delivering punishment is a far-off dream. That's why Western nations are shaken and repeatedly saying that Israel cannot be granted immunity. Someone has to answer for the massacre in Gaza. Around 100,000 people have been martyred, countless have been injured, and many have been permanently disabled. The remaining survivors have become psychologically ill, trapped in a strange kind of trauma. Yet justice is nowhere in sight. Viewers, I had already told you that Rana Sanullah was lying, and now the facts have become even clearer. Rana Sanullah had claimed that Hamas itself wanted to disarm, and therefore Pakistan had no objection to helping in that process. He and other federal ministers even said on TV that when Pakistan's army goes into Gaza, it will stop cross-border terrorism. Now tell me, who commits terrorism? According to the world, Israel doesn't. Israel says it doesn't. America says it doesn't. And all of Israel's allies say the same. They call Hamas the terrorist. So when Pakistani ministers say they'll stop Hamas from attacking Israel, they're basically calling resistance terrorism. That's the first problem. The second is that they're claiming Pakistan's army will take part in the disarming process. If Pakistan's military establishment has gone from supporting Hamas to participating in efforts to disarm it, then what else is this but a complete policy reversal? The policy established by Quaid-e-Azam has been completely changed. Nawaz Sharif remains silent, as if holding his tongue between his teeth. He should speak up and tell the nation where he stands. Does he support this or oppose it? Shahbaz Sharif, well, he just follows whatever the field marshal says. But this father-daughter duo remains completely silent. In the past, they were accused of building ties with Israel, the same people who used to label Imran Khan an Israeli agent. Now let's see how Rana Sananullah's lie was exposed. Yesterday, I briefly mentioned it. Today, let me explain in detail. Rana Sanullah claimed that Hamas had signed the same agreement that Trump had brought, but Hamas did not sign that deal, the one Pakistan seems to have endorsed. This lie is just like the one told by the Punjab government when they attacked the TLP protest in Moeed. They claimed sweets were being distributed there. Tahir Ashrafi even came forward saying, "People are distributing sweets in Al-Aqsa and Gaza." Really? After 70 or 80,000 bodies have been lifted from the ground, people are distributing sweets? If dozens of your own family members were killed and someone said, "We'll stop killing you for a while now," would you celebrate and hand out sweets, Mr. Tahir Ashrafi? Think about it. If Israel kills 50 of your 100 family members and says, "We won't kill the rest for now," would you celebrate? Those videos showing people distributing sweets were staged. Everyone knows what kind of games are being played. At that time, protests were erupting all over the world. In the UK, South Africa, Europe, everywhere. Even as TLP was protesting in Pakistan, similar demonstrations were happening globally. Now, let me be clear. I am not a supporter of TLP. In fact, I've had personal conflicts with them and completely disagree with their policies. But even then, surrounding unarmed protesters and firing thousands of bullets at them is unacceptable. The state has become addicted to spilling blood, killing its own people like madmen. It seems they've found a new way to reduce the population. Now, let's look at what Rana Sanaullah actually said. Hamas had not accepted Trump's 20-point peace proposal. That's the reality. The deal being discussed was supposed to happen in several stages. The first stage involved a ceasefire and the release of captives. The second stage involved the return of the bodies of the deceased. Hamas said they would not discuss disarmament until the framework for a two-state solution and related issues were resolved, and that no foreign government or administration would be acceptable in Gaza. That was Hamas's official response to Rana Sanaullah's claim. So Hamas never agreed to unconditionally disarm. They set clear conditions, and those conditions were never met. Yet government officials keep inventing new lies to justify their stance. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, on the other hand, said that the foreign troops invited with Israel's approval, those who received an NOC, would either disarm Hamas themselves or Israel would do it. Countries like Iran, Turkey, and Yemen were not given such NOCs, but Pakistan was among those that were. The Israeli government granted Pakistan permission to send its forces to Gaza. Netanyahu said clearly, either the foreign troops we've approved will disarm Hamas, or we'll do it ourselves. And they continue to launch attacks whenever they please. Now, viewers, another big piece of news. Look at these protest scenes. You'll be surprised by how many people are there. This is Jerusalem, the area currently under Israeli control. The Israeli army and police control this city. According to the United Nations, if borders are restored to the pre-1967 situation, Jerusalem should belong to Muslims as their capital. But here's what's amazing. The protest you're seeing isn't by Muslims, it's by Orthodox Jews. A large number of Orthodox Jews have come out in Jerusalem to protest against the Israeli government's military recruitment policy. Israel has made it mandatory for all citizens to serve in the army. And these Orthodox Jews are strongly opposing that. They're protesting right in Jerusalem, yet no one's firing bullets at them, no one's being killed. When protests happen inside Israel against Israel itself, no shots are fired. But when PTI or Tehreek-e-Labbaik protest in Pakistan, bullets rain down. So, protests against Israel are allowed in Israel, but protests against Israel are not allowed in Pakistan. So recently, Maulana Fazlur Rahman delivered a speech at a Khatme Nabuwat conference. I listened to it, but frankly, it was disappointing. He didn't take a clear stance on whether Pakistan's army should go to Gaza or not. He avoided the question entirely. Maulana Fazlur Rahman is not taking a clear position, and as I had told you before, even if he does, it will be a very subtle maneuver, one that ends up facilitating the current regime. Whether the army wants to send troops to Gaza or anywhere else, Fazlur Rahman and Jamaat-e-Islami have both given them a free hand. These two religious political parties have effectively become the B team of the current military establishment. They may throw a few light jabs at each other in public, like when Fazlur Rahman said to Maryam Nawaz, "These 100 rupees you gave, I throw them back at your face on behalf of all the ulama." So he threw 100 rupees at Maryam Nawaz's face. But my question is, whose money is that anyway? It's not Maryam Nawaz's personal money, nor her father's. That money belongs to the public. So Fazlur Rahman's gesture was meaningless, because no cleric leaves money lying around. You can say whatever you like, but the clerics will still take that money. Maulvis don't leave halwa, money or benefits behind. You're talking about 10,000 rupee notes. Who would leave that? Whether it's 10,000 or 25,000, that money will go into the Maulvis accounts. Fazlur Rahman, you can talk about self-respect all you want. But have the clerics now started doing hard labor? Have they opened businesses, started driving rickshaws, working in factories, and then going to lead prayers in mosques? They still take donations from the public, don't they? If you truly dislike taking such money, and if you're talking about self-respect, then stop taking donations too. Don't even accept salaries that come through public charity, because this is public money. It's not Maryam Nawaz's or her father's. If you reject public money, then reject all forms of public and foreign aid as well. Tell people whether you plan to continue taking that foreign aid or not. Well, Now, viewers, let's move to the issue currently hanging between Pakistan and Afghanistan. A joint statement has been issued, with Turkey mediating, between Pakistan and the Taliban regarding a ceasefire. Talks will continue, but for now it has been decided that the truce will remain in place. Another round of talks will be held on November 6th, where more fundamental principles will be decided. Both sides will ensure the talks don't break down, and penalties will be imposed on whoever violates the ceasefire. These are official terms agreed upon, and the next round of talks will be held in Turkey between Pakistan and the Afghan Taliban government. Viewers, last week I told you about the army chiefs meeting in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Many have criticized it, saying the attendees were hand-picked supporters of the current regime. Their actual numbers on the ground are very small, but they were gathered there for what many are calling a fixed match. However, the real jirga, or council, is being planned soon. Asad Kaiser announced that an important meeting was held to review the security situation in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is very tense. According to him, a major jirga will soon be organized, involving all stakeholders, political parties, former chief ministers, ex-governors, bar councils, scholars, tribal elders, and representatives from every walk of life. The idea is to create a national consensus process, not owned by any single party, but by all stakeholders collectively. That will soon be presented publicly. But there's also criticism. Some are saying that holding a jirga isn't the job of state institutions. Public dealing of this kind isn't their responsibility. If there's local conflict, they can do limited management on site, but running a jirga isn't their domain. Government officials should stay away from such roles. These matters belong to public representatives. The army is not the state. It's only one pillar of it, and just a small part of that pillar. The army does not decide what the state wants. Those decisions belong to the elected representatives chosen by the people. So the army chief cannot independently decide what Pakistan's state position should be. The upcoming jirga will clarify many things. Now, viewers, a new and very disturbing report has been released regarding journalists. The Freedom Network has issued its 2025 Annual Impunity Report, showing that compared to previous years, attacks and violence against journalists in Pakistan have increased by 60%. Pakistan has now become a country where real journalism can hardly exist, the second most dangerous country in the world for journalists. According to another report, prominent journalists such as Arshad Sharif, Sabir Shakir, Moeed Pirzada, Wajahat Saeed Khan, Shahid Aslam, Zubair, and many others have left Pakistan. Even senior journalist Ahmad Noorani has gone. They all know that staying in Pakistan means risking their lives. Any day, someone might kill them. I too had to leave Pakistan for the same reason. Arshad Sharif was martyred in Kenya. Pakistan has effectively become a no-go zone for journalism. Either you compromise and do the kind of journalism that is really colonialism, reporting under military direction, or you can't survive in Pakistan. Those who have stayed and refused to bow to colonialism deserve a salute. They are surviving with great difficulty, walking a dangerous path. Many of us unfortunately couldn't stay, like Arshad Sharif and others. But this time will pass. These people sitting in power are not permanent. They will eventually have to step down, and when they do, we'll show them their true worth. Right now they act like gods, but their arrogance won't last. Viewers, Rana Sanaullah has launched another disgusting personal attack on Sohail Afridi, claiming he has psychological problems and should be checked. But Sohail Afridi has never made any irresponsible statement or personal attack on anyone. Yet he is constantly targeted, called a terrorist sympathizer, a smuggler, a drug dealer, mentally ill, or ignorant. It's beyond understanding how many insults they want to throw at a chief minister, whose only crime is that he rose from being a student leader, a common man, walking in slippers, talking to ordinary people, without wealth, lineage, or establishment connections, and still managed to become chief minister. That's what disturbs them. They can't sleep at night because of it. They are all attacking him together, continuously. Rana Sanaullah should remember. He himself never became a chief minister. Shahbaz Sharif's incompetent son did. Nawaz Sharif's unqualified daughter did. But Rana Sanaullah never could, because he learned only how to be a servant. Imran Khan, on the other hand, taught his people to reject slavery. and his people stood up to him, even when they disagreed with him. So, finally, one more rather amusing story. Many people are making noise about this on social media. There's a big drumbeat that PIA's staff has been ranked 7th in South Asia. They're celebrating as if this is a huge achievement. But let's look at reality. South Asia has only 8 countries. So PIA ranked 7th out of 8. And the 8th country, Afghanistan, doesn't even have a functioning airline right now. Otherwise, we'd probably be last. All 6 other South Asian countries, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, are ahead of us. But our officials are acting like we top the world. That's the state of things. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share, and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.